So, we all know how IGN sucks at making good reviews most of the time. Well, today I wanted to see if IGN is capable of making a good review. So, I hope you enjoy. By the way, this was recorded during the New Year's Eve stream. So, if you want to catch my live streams, subscribe to my main channel right here. Alright, let's go. We're going to start off with Portal 2. Man, Portal 2 soundtrack slaps. Okay, that's the thing. Portal 2 soundtrack is so much better than the Portal 1 soundtrack, in my opinion. Boneworks is a good example of, like, my favorite type of soundtrack. Yes, it's a game soundtrack, but there's some cinematic elements to it, and I love it, man.
Pass through walls to solve spatial reasoning challenges.
I'm not gonna lie, Portal 1 was way too easy. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Portal 2 is so much harder.
It was brief, but unforgettable.
Brief, but unforgettable. Yeah, that's actually a good way of summing up Portal 1. I'm not gonna lie, that's a great way, actually. I mean, it's a very good game, don't get me wrong. But Portal 1, I feel like, isn't as good as Portal 2. Portal 2 is so much better in so many better ways, so...
Portal 2 makes the original look like the prototype it was.
Wow, that's crazy, because I was literally just talking about that.
The challenge is bigger and the payoff more rewarding.
Wow, what the frick? I was just saying how much better Portal 2 was. Wow, I was not expecting that right off the bat. Wow, man.
The visuals in Portal 2 aren't going to blow you away, but there's such an unmistakable style crafted into every facet of the Aperture Science Facility and its twisted residents that it's difficult not to appreciate everything you see.
Well, okay, this is the only point I disagree with. It's a Source 1 game. It's not going to look the best. That's kind of a weird take to say that the visuals aren't the best, because, yeah, they aren't the best, but it's a Source game. I think it's been around since 2004, before I was born.
See, this is Valve's Source engine, which has been in operation since the days of Half-Life 2.
Oh my god, bro. Dude, whoever this review guy is, we're, like, linked. We're freaking, like, locked in.
Portal 2.
Like, see, look, 9.5. They're great style, creative puzzles, hilarious writing, amazing co-op. And yet they never get those out to the actual games that deserve it.
It's immediately noticeable that every aspect of Grand Theft Auto 5's fundamental design has been greatly improved over GTA 4. The cover system is more reliable, the auto-aim less touchy.
Okay, so, yeah, I like the cars a lot more in GTA 5 than any other game. I will say that. The combat, to be desired. I will say this. I do think the combat's good, but overall, I don't know, man. I feel like the combat system in GTA 5, it's a little sluggish. That's just my opinion, alright? Like, especially when you're throwing punches.
Trevor feels like a bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card for Rockstar, providing an outlet for all the preposterous antics and murderous behavior. I found his violent insanity a little overblown and tiresome at first, but then his over-the-top missions become some of Grand Theft Auto 5's highlights.
That's a point I disagree with. GTA 5 is supposed to be over-the-top violent. Like, come on.
The biggest jump in quality since Grand Theft Auto 4 is the character animation, but the world is also much more detailed and populous.
Well, the thing about GTA 4, though, is it came out in 2008, so it's pretty dated.
San Andreas is...
But then again, Mirror's Edge also came out that year, and that game looks incredible, even today's standards. See, like, you're telling me this looks like 2008? Come on. This looks at least like 2013, 2014. See, this game looks incredible for 2008. Like, yeah, it's not the most realistic game, obviously, but that's damn good for 2008. Okay, the only thing I don't like is the models. Yeah, that looks pretty dated, but, like, the city, like, that looks really damn good for a 2008 game. Wait, what?
There were one or two occasions where it wasn't prepared for my personal brand of chaos.
Your personal brand of chaos. Okay, so now we're getting in personal opinions, and that's the problem with IGN.
But once or twice it pushes the boundaries of taste, too. There's one particular scene, a torture scene in which you have no choice but to participate, that I found so troubling I had difficulty playing it.
Nah, see that's actually a bad take then.
Comes
Let's see
close to
the
this in size
ranking.
or scope,
Let's see the
and there is
ranking.
sharp intelligence behind its sense of humor and gift for mayhem.
Let's see its ranking.
It tells a compelling, unpredictable, and provocative story without ever letting it get in the way of your own self-directed adventures through San Andreas. It is one of the very best.
They gave that game a flat out 10 out of 10. Nah, that's gotta be cap. They gave GTA 5 a 10 out of 10. That's shocking. Okay, overall, I do think that's a good review, but there were some moments there. 2024 was a busy year. SLC released patches 4, 5, 6, and 4, 5, and 6 for Bone Lab, corresponding to Marrow 1, 0.6 at a time, 1.1, and 1.2. Marrow has never been feeling, looking, and running better. Lava Game made awesome mods and levels. We also progressed on what's next for 2025. Whoa, shit! Nah, genuinely though, I'm excited. We're doing Boneworks. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be very biased on this one. Easily my favorite VR game. Easily. The level of immersion combined with the physicality of the game, freaking incredible. Like, honestly, best VR game in my opinion. Sorry, that's my review.
Boneworks' best physics-driven moments managed to make VR feel more tangible than any other action-adventure game to date.
Yes, 100%. I agree with that. No one has attempted to do that, but Stress Level Zero did, and they cracked it. Yeah, there's been many physics VR games, like Blade and Sorcery before that, for example. I think Boneworks took that approach and amped it up by 10. Like 11, probably. I still think Boneworks makes the best IK system. Bone Lab is pretty good, too. As a matter of fact, I think Bone Lab is pretty equal on Boneworks. Like, overall, Stress Level Zero cooked with the arms. I've never seen arms in VR that good.
Predictable but satisfying combat encounters and springy movement systems.
Okay, but the difference was predictable. Okay, this is when it becomes interesting. It's like a semi-linear game. That's the best way I can put it. It's linear, but you can also have freedom in the linear, so the story's linear, but your choices are not linear, if that makes sense.
It strings itself together on style and clever physics puzzles, but fails to say much about its own world or lore. The convenient fact...
Oh, right, here we go. So, here's the thing with Boneworks. The story isn't really being told. You gotta pay attention. With Boneworks, it's even more hidden, because it's mainly told through graffiti. And not many people are going to pay attention to the graffiti. This review seems kind of stupid when it comes to story. Yeah, there's not much of a story, but it's because it's being told in a much different way than most.
Played competently by YouTuber Mike Diva. He makes a few guest appearances to ramble about void generators and something about the...
I didn't know this guy was a YouTuber.
Boneworks does have in droves is Easter eggs and unlockables. There are so...
Yes, Easter eggs. That's the thing. The Easter eggs are the lore.
...that it so heavily leans on, but Boneworks is awesomely interactive.
Okay, that's a fair review. I would definitely put it higher, though, in my eyes. Give it at least an 8.5, but that's still pretty good. I like that.
I know what you're wondering. Does the VR Batman game make me feel like Batman?
Yes.
Well, the answer is no. Never once in Batman Arkham Shadow's long playtime did I feel like I had $1 billion. And without...
Oh my god. You're gonna say that you never felt like Batman because I never felt like I was a billionaire. Dude. Bruce Wayne and Batman are not the same thing. Yeah, they're the same person, but they're not supposed to be the same character. Batman is a vigilante superhero, and then Bruce Wayne is a billionaire orphan boy.
On that note, despite all of this running on a machine that's strapped to your face, Arkham Shadow is easily on par with Arkham Asylum as it looked on the Xbox 360 in terms of its character models and textures.
Oh my god, bro. It's a Quest 3 game. It's a Quest game. It's not gonna look pretty stupid.
It's far larger and more built out than you might expect after Batman Arkham VR. And a return...
Wow, okay. Not gonna lie, I don't know. So far, I would say it's a 7. No, I'm actually shocked IGN actually can make good reviews.